Welcome home. Welcome home to yourself and welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. You have arrived. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing that you need to do. Simply to be here is enough. And to feel the body resting. And to feel the body as the earth. And to feel with every breath that moves through the body, that the flow of the breath is like the flow of the streams and the rivers through the earth. Allowing the movement of the breath to flow through the body. And noticing the turning points of the breath. And being in the space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra. And inviting on the exhale for the mental attention to travel down into the space behind the center of the breastbone. And to let the light of mental attention settle into that space. Into that intuitive space of the heart. Simply to let the awareness rest there is enough. You may, if it feels naturally arising, to place the sankalpa or the heart's desire in that space. You may allow for that to be placed there, or simply rest with the light of mental attention shining with great respect and love in the space of the heart. And to feel that this practice of Yoga Nidra can be trusted to hold you safely and securely. That you're held by this practice of Yoga Nidra in the way that the earth holds the physical body. And as you're held safely now, invite for the awakening light of mental attention to travel around the physical body. As if the dawn light is shining on each part of the body in turn. Beginning with the light shining on the crown of the head and in the space behind the place where the two eyebrows meet. And in the space behind the place where the two collarbones meet, in the softness at the base of the throat. As if the dawning light is shining on each part that's visited. Bringing the awareness over to the top of the right shoulder and elbow and wrist. Awakening the tip of the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger and little finger. The dawning light shining inside the right wrist and elbow and shoulder. Back to the space between the two collarbones. And over to the left shoulder and elbow and wrist. The tip of the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger and little finger. In the space of the left wrist and elbow and shoulder. And then back to the space between the two collarbones. And allow that dawning light of conscious awareness now to shine down behind the center of the breastbone, behind the left breast, behind the center of the breastbone, behind the right breast, and back to the center of the breastbone. Letting that light shine down behind the navel, behind the pubic bones, the right hip, knee and ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and fifth toe. Inside the right ankle and knee and hip. Back to the space behind the pubic bones. Over to the left hip and knee and ankle. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and fifth toe. Inside the left ankle and knee and hip, back to the pubic bones. So if the whole of the lower body is illumined by this dawning light of conscious awareness shining in the legs and the pelvis, in behind the navel, in behind the center of the breastbone, in behind the space between the two collarbones, up behind the space between the two eyebrows and onto the crown of the head, and then back down between the two eyebrows and between the two collarbones to come home to shine behind the center of the breastbone. Be aware of the whole body and feel the whole body shining with the dawning light of conscious awareness. Be aware of the body resting. Be in the space of awareness which is Yoga Nidra. And with each exhale, sense how deeply the body is resting, as if the body is asleep. But with each inhale, sense how it is that the mind is awake and alert, as if the body is still in the night, asleep, and the mind is the dawn, awake, alert. And with each breath, alternate between those two experiences. The body sleeping on the exhale, and the mind awake, dawning on the inhale. And sense how it is for both of those qualities of awareness to be present at the same time. How would that be? To be resting and yet alert. To be asleep and yet awake. To be in the dark night yet to see the light dawning. Invite for those pairs of opposites to be held in the witness consciousness. Being in the space of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. And feel how that space of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra, holds you safely. And feel how that trust in the safety of the practice brings you safely back into the space of the heart, to let the light of conscious awareness shine with great respect and love in the space behind the center of the breastbone. Simply to be in that space with the awareness is more than enough. If the sankalpa or heart's prayer naturally arises, then welcome that too. into the space of the heart. And then allow for the breath to become a little louder. And feel how that breath is moving through the body to awaken the body with each breath. As if the flow of the breath moves through the body, the way the streams and the rivers move through the earth. And sense with every breath that the body is awakened and the mind is bright, as if the light of conscious awareness has dawned through the body. You can move out of that state of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra, and into a more everyday state of consciousness. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete.